Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of Elets Innovation Talk. I am Srajan Agarwal, sub editor of Elets Technomedia, India's leading and biggest B2B multimedia platform, celebrating its 21st anniversary this year. For over 2 decades, Elets Technomedia has been at the forefront of organizing influential summits steering sectors such as governance, health, education, banking, and finance, cybersecurity, etc. Today, our spotlight is on the insurance sector and the banking and finance sector, a domain where innovation and technology are not merely transforming the landscape but sparking a revolution. Elets Innovation Talk is a series dedicated to showcasing trailblazing leaders across various industries and individuals who have made significant strides in enhancing lives through their initiatives. Today, to grace this innovation talk, we have with us Mr. Anil Pinapala, CEO and founder of Flexpay by Vivifi. Anil is a seasoned serial sorry entrepreneur boasting over 2 decades of expertise in the fintech sector with a distinct focus on the non-prime segment. His career commenced in internet technology solutions where he made a notable impact by successfully transforming short-term alternate lending products into deep subprime solutions in USA. Building upon the success of the line of credit framework, Mr. Anil founded Vivifi, a rapidly expanding fintech venture. Vivifi is dedicated to providing non-prime borrowers with an alternative to amortizing loans, with a visionary mission to incorporate a payment layer and craft a credit card-like experience for those underserved in the credit landscape. His journey exemplifies his commitment to addressing the financial needs of economically stressed borrower demographic often overlooked by institutional lenders and traditional banking institutions. So, welcome to the Innovation Talk, sir. We are proud to have you. We're honored to have you with us.
Thank you, Srajan. Thank you, Elets, for having me on for the Innovation Talk. It's always a pleasure to be a part of anything that Elets organizes, be it a virtual talk or any of the industry conferences. Always a enriching experience.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, to begin with, my first question to you would be, so this year, the 2023 has been transformative for many industries, including the digital lending industry. So, could you elaborate on the trends you have observed in this particular year? Or also, could you discuss any notable achievements or milestones Vivify has reached in terms of loan disbursements, customer acquisition, or other vital growth metrics?
Yeah. So, in terms of the industry itself, this particular 2023 financial year has been a very dynamic one for the industry. You In late 2022, RBI came up with the digital lending guidelines, which kind of streamlined and put the industry on the path of transparency and disclosures. And we kept on building on it as an industry. The focus has been to deepen the credit markets that we could service as an industry as a whole, and provide access to credit to through formal financial institutions to a customer segments that never had access to that credit through traditional financial institutions. So at Vivify, we had a great year in this last 12 months. We have disbursed over 1,500 crores, touching over 5 lakh customers. And that's a big number in our journey. It's still a tip of the iceberg in terms of the 300 million underserved people in India who don't have access to credit. But the way we look at it is we have built a strong foundation, and with the funding rounds, both on the debt and equity side, we have recently concluded. We believe we are in a position to keep growing on this foundation and responsibly lend to a lot of these customers who simply do not have access to credit today.
It's good to hear that Vivify is going at a rapid pace. So, sir, my second question: following the recent achievements of securing the Series B funding, Could you share the strategic initiatives and key areas where these funds will be allocated to drive your organization's growth and innovation in the digital lending sector?
Yeah. So far, Vivifi has been focused on salaried segment and to a certain degree self-employed and some micro entrepreneur segment. And post the funding round, what we are planning to do is deepen our engagement into the MSME segment. We want to touch more micro entrepreneurs. We want to touch gig workers. We want to touch nano entrepreneurs like your street vendors. And a lot of them still are outside the framework of the traditional credit. And the products that these customers would require will not be fitting into the traditional bound because when your income cycles are daily or when your income cycles are weekly, which is what the case is for a lot of nano, micro entrepreneurs as well as the gig workers. You need to tailor products that work for them, and that's
Yeah.
what we are working on right now. We are working to build a set of credit products that allow for not just flexible repayment, but for not equal monthly installments or EMI free, but more about equal weekly installments or equal daily installments, wherein customers can actually uh, tie their repayment cycles to their income cycles, and that's a big focus. And for us, uh, micro the MSME segment will be a new segment we are entering, but it will be a growth segment. And to offer unsecured credit in that segment, which is primarily dominated with lab products and other kind of secured products, would be a transitional phase, especially at the lower end of that spectrum.
Okay. So, sir, as you talked about, you are going to tap the MSME sector. So, how are you planning to focus on the MSME sector according to the current trends and the technological advancements that are going currently? So, how are you going to look after the MSME sector with Vivify?
Yeah, see, MSME, there is a lot of stuff that there are several government-run initiatives that have formalized a lot of these businesses. Ujjam has been a very big initiative that is giving a unique identifier for a lot of MSMEs that do not have one if they don't have PAN today. So Gym Assist and others are kind of formalizing, as I call those micro entrepreneurs as well. And what we want to be able to do is not just offer credit to the consumers who are already in the formal system, but also expand the credit to all those consumers who are outside. And we don't want to be just offering credit, but we also want to bring them into the formal fold with Ujjam Assist. So that will be a big initiative for us to kind of expand the offerings. And as I said, the product structure is not going to be a straight jacket EMI kind of products, but products that will offer them varying tenures, varying repayment schedules, and that's how we believe it will grow. And the main focus will still be unsecured products. We want to do loans below 5 lakh rupees, mainly offering the small micro entrepreneurs and the MSME businesses an extra cash flow that can help them tide over a tough week or a tough month in a business, or else invest in small plant and machinery that could enhance their business. So that will be the focus.
So, it's good to hear that things you are planning to do for the MSMEs. So, sir, the competitive advantages are pivotal in the fintech space today. So, sir, in your views, what distinct competitive edge does your organization possesses over the other digital lending platforms in the market, and how has this advantage contributed to your company's success?
See, our competitive advantage, I think, is more about the customer segment and the customer focus we have. We are a customer centric organization. We think on behalf of our customers. We take consumer protection seriously. We are focused on making sure our customers understand the products that they are getting into, the costs of the products that they are getting into. And as long as you put customer interests at heart and keep customer at the center of your business, That I think is the biggest competitive advantage that we have. And but beyond that, our own focus, whether it is in the salaried and the self-employed segment for incomes, for customers with lower incomes below 40,000 rupees, below 30,000 rupees, who because of a lot of traditional banks and institutions do not cater to this segment at all. Or if you're talking about the MSME and the nano entrepreneur segment, where you're talking about a customer base which has a monthly turnover below 2 lakh rupees or 1 lakh rupees, those kinds of individuals or businesses kind of get left behind. And when we are focusing specifically on that kind of customer base and are designing solutions that will help those customers be successful in their credit journey, and build their credit. It's credit is a journey, right? It's not about giving credit and getting repaid or them defaulting. It's about making sure that they are successful, and the 20,000 rupee loan you are giving today can be a 1 lakh rupee loan, can build them up to a vehicle loan, can build them up to a house loan, and then they be a part of the bigger credit ecosystem. And that journey is the journey that when we are bringing a customer on board, we are not worried about the next payment they are making. We are thinking a long term journey, which some of which will be with us, some of which will be without us by their side. But we feel like we are taking up that responsibility of bringing the customer into the formal fold and building up their credit in a fashion that they have so much access to credit to build upon their lifestyle, and aspirations that they might have for themselves and their families. So that's the that kind of focus is what I believe is our competitive advantage, and not seeing this as a transactional uh, environment where we are just doing one loan with the customer, because we inherently believe in our organization that we are bringing these customers into the formal institutional fold, and that they will be a responsible borrowers for the rest of their lives, starting their journey with us.
Okay. Okay, sir. So, sir, moving on to my last question. So, looking forward to 2024, what are the strategic priorities for your organization, and how do you plan to implement these strategies to achieve your goals? Are there any specific challenges you anticipate, and how are you preparing to address them?
So yeah, I think 2024 we'll have a lot of focus on compliance. We want to make sure that we are growing, but also growing responsibly with a lot of controls. And as you expand and as you become a larger NBFC, the expectations from as a regulated entity from the regulator will also increase. So um, just like we are a customer centric organization, we'll also become a compliance centric organization, because when you're growing in a regulated space, both of these need to go hand in hand. So that's something, and we are implementing several strategic initiatives that um, that while improving compliance will not compromise speed or growth or any of those. So that itself is a big initiative for us. I've already talked about the products that we are talking about,
Yeah.
and for those products, we are building tools and technology sets which become an important driver. We are planning to extensively use um, new sets of tools that are available. Either they are artificial intelligence driven or machine learning driven models. It could be using large language models for customer servicing, and a lot of that has to be done responsibly as well. And for the industry as a whole, uh, the DPDP bill, which puts data
Yeah.
protection, data privacy at the center, and you need to factor those into your business when you are a digital first or a digital only business. You have to factor those in. So I think for the industry as a whole and for us, it is very important to make sure that while we grow rapidly, but we are also growing responsibly.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for answering all the questions. And thank you for being with us today at the Elets Innovation Talk. And we are looking forward for more such opportunities and more such collaborations with you.
Thank you, Srajan. Thank you, Elets, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great